Hi, I am Arun, working as an Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, MP Nachimuthu M. Jagannath Engineering College. Now, we are going to see about the demonstration of pick and place robot. Let's see. Software. Okay, the software is connected to the 5-axis robot. This robot will pick and place this object. The main purpose of this robot is to pick the object from this place to that place based upon the coding. The main working principle, this pick and place. Pick means this object is picked. Give some command or distance. If you give an axis, then it will move to another place. This is a basic principle of this robot working. Okay, this robot is a 5-axis robot. The axis name is, what are the 3 axes we know? X, Y, Z. We all know about this 3 axis, familiar axis. But additional 2 axis is the rail axis. This is the E axis, rail. It will move from this place to that place, the E axis. And another one is the gripper. Gripper means the work holding device. It will hold the workpiece. So gripper axis is the another one axis. It will move from this position or any position from the object will pick it. This is the 5th axis. Totally 5 axes, X, Y, Z, E and this gripper axis. Okay, these are the major physical component present in this robot. Some connecting wires, some how much motors is a stepper motor is available in this robot. Only 3 stepper motors, one stepper motor 1, 2 and another one placed in the bottom to move the rail from horizontal axis. Okay, these are the physical components. Some connectors is there. The software, yard software is used to control this 5-axis robot. This is a major component. Okay, now see about the how the programming is feed into this robot. Okay, normally whatever the command or instruction give to the lathe, for example commercial lathe, if you give an axis feed rate, how much value will give? Mm wise, it will give the feed rate in mm, 2 mm, 5 mm. Likewise, it will move the axis. Here you give a command to the robot for code, G code. In similar type of CNC machines. Okay, in CNC machines, G code, M code will give. Some software also is there. Likewise, the miniature of these CNC machines. Okay, here some G28 code is given. It's a yard software. It's a software screen. If you give G28 means the homing position of this 5-axis robot. Homing position means, what about the homing position? It will move from origin. The all axis will work, or it send to the center origin point. For example, origin means if you take as the plane, here it says origin point. Likewise, you give a command to this robot. For example, this is X axis and Y axis is the this axis is Y axis, Z is the vertical. In this robot, it will the X axis will changes based upon the arc wise. The work plan will this area. Okay, if you give on setting position is origin, then only you give the command to the robot from Z0 to Z25 likewise. Okay, now see about the coding or home positioning of this robot. You type the G28 G20 text file G28. If you put an enter means the robot will home positions. Okay, so home position for robot, the command will run. You checking the robot is in origin position, all axis. Okay, X, Y, Z, E position, all. Okay, it's a limit switch. It will turn to the original positions, clockwise, anti-clockwise, likewise. Now the robot is in origin position or homing position. Okay, now it gives a command to hold the workpiece. What are the axes given? For example, if you give x20 or y30, y minus 30, likewise it will give an command, means this gripper, the robot will come down to the workpiece and hold the workpiece. Then it will give the command, means it will move from another place. Wherever you put placed the object, means it will give command based upon the coding, okay, or positive coding or negative coding. Okay, the value will positive or negative based upon the distance movement. Okay, okay. Now see about the starting point. The home position will checking is over. Then our aim is to pick the object, this object from this place to another place. Likewise, coding. Okay. Now G, this command G1 is the code setting. Then Z minus 60, Z axis. Where is the Z axis? Z vertical. This is the vertical distance, the Z axis. Z axis minus 60. If you give Z axis minus 60, means this the value will down based on our graph. Minus 60 means it will goes down, the gripper will goes down like this. Then it will give enter, it goes the down for Z axis position only. Okay, if you only give the Z axis position, the gripper from top to bottom minus 60 will come. Okay, now what are the code you give, means this object will pick, which axis will change? Y. X axis will, this is the x axis, this is the y axis, this is the z axis. The E, the rail is the common E axis, gripper is the fifth axis. Okay, now if you give a y axis, whereas what about the origin of the y axis? Here some it increase or decrease? Y 220. The origin position is, origin position of y axis is the 190. If you give 220 means it will forward, it moves the forward. Okay, now the text will change. G1 y 220, G1 the same, the axis y 220. Okay, 220, then enter, it will moves forward. Okay, okay. Next, what about the position? It will, y axis will done and x axis will come to contact our workpiece. Without contact, what about they happen? Without contacting the workpiece, what will happen? It will not able to pick the workpiece. Only physical touch of the workpiece. Then the gripper axis, fifth axis I already told, no. Fifth axis, the gripper will grip the workpiece. Then you put on command. You put command means then only the gripper fifth axis will work, then they hold the workpiece. Okay, now this robot will ready to pick the workpiece, but it not hold, ready to pick the workpiece but it not hold, only the position, the gripper position will correct in our setting positions. Okay, now the M5, now the text command, it will remove M5. M5 is the gripper closed. The fifth axis is the gripper open and close. If you give M5 means, enter means the workpiece will hold. Okay, if you give an enter, it will hold the workpiece. Then what about the another process, another step? To the work, now the workpiece is picked, then place the another position. You see, pick from one position, it will change to the another position wherever you want, like in between this plane. Okay, this is the main aim. In this plane, the robot will, working area of the working volume of the robot is this area. The rail will move from this position to this position. This is a limit. Then the gripper will up and down some limit, and also this area is the working volume of the robot. 5 axis, our miniature robot is working volume. In this area, we can, any point we can place the our working holding component. Okay, now next command, G1 Z minus 60. Z means which axis? vertical axis z minus 60 means the workpiece will hold up. In our industries, some large amount of weight workpiece or heated workpiece or a large component without handling of manpower will not work at that position. Some in that position will use the pick and place robot to fast up the workpiece and also fast up the process and also easy handling. Okay, here our miniature robot will lift the weight of only 10 grams, 10 or 15 grams. Okay, in our industrial robot you can lift kg, 100 kg, 50 kg. Likewise, the capacity of the robot will increase means the lifting capacity also increased. Okay, here this robot is controlled by the stepper motor. Only the small amount of weight will carry. Likewise, the gripper is used. The gripper, the whole component is a plastic material. This material is made up of the help of 3D printing. 3D printing we already shown on video. This machine, 3D printing machine. This component one layer is made based upon the assemble. Then assemble you form a robot. Likewise, lifting capacity of the work holding is very limited. Minimum. Okay, maximum lifting capacity is 10 gram or 15 gram based upon the heaviness of this structure of the robot arm. Okay, okay. Now, if you raise the z axis, then the object will lifted. Okay, if you recall x minus first step, you will minus from home position to the object position, it will give a minus symbol. Likewise, you lift the z axis minus 60. Okay, if g1 minus 60 you will given means the holding the workpiece will goes up positions. What if okay, we will give an enter. Hold. Okay, now the command will gives g1z minus 10. Then only it will lift the workpiece from the base position plane to some air space like. Okay, if you give z1z minus 10, it will put enter, it will lift the workpiece and also holding. Okay, then it will transfer any places. If you transfer means it will come on to the x axis, y axis, z axis, e axis. Mainly e axis means it will total setup will move. Then only it will in the position only the forward movement and up and down movement is there. If you total setup is moved from this place to another place, the e axis will give an command, give an value or command. Okay, next. What about you planned the program from this workpiece to another place to remove the place this workpiece to another axis or another places. Okay, now it will move from workpiece to another space. It will give the command g1 e. E is the space e. E axis means where? Rail axis. Rail means this. This belt will move. This distance will rail axis. It will move from this rail. Okay, E30. Okay, E30 means it will move from this 0. It will 30 means it will move from this position to that position. Okay, you will give an enter. The total rail will move from 30 mm. Okay, all units are in mm. You studied in engineering graphics. Likewise, because the distance will very small. Okay, in a large robot it will give an meter or centimeter, whatever it is, the distance will travel. Okay, then next e axis will move from origin position to 30 position. Now it will goes to place this object. If you place means which axis will used? Y or Z. Y means it will move forward. Z means it will down. Next. Down the axis G1 Z minus 60. Then only it will down the workpiece. It will give enter. Okay. the same object in this position, it will lift, then it will move E axis 30 mm, then drop the workpiece. Now what are the step? The gripper will remove, then only the workpiece will unhold the workpiece, then the robot goes to the home position. Okay. Then to remove the gripper action, M3 is the command to remove the gripper from the work holding device. Okay, it will remove. Come closer. The workpiece will unhold the robot will unhold the workpiece. Okay. Next step, it will move to the home position. G1 Z25 to another home position or any one axis. G1 space Z25. It will lifted the workpiece. Without the workpiece, so arm will lift resting position, like JCBs. You all know about the working principle of JCBs. JCB is working off with the help of hydraulic power. It has 3 cylinders, arm cylinders, the bucket cylinders, this forearm, back arm. Likewise, it will hold. Likewise, it will unhold the loading material, sand. It will unhold means it goes to the origin position or another position means. Likewise, same principle. Here we use stepper motor, electronic device. In JCB, hydraulic device with the pump, hydraulic pressure, highly oil pressure will use to lift the heavy loads. It's a light load applications. We will use this miniature robot. Okay. G1 Z25 is given means the robot arm will lift to plus 25 mm. Okay. It will give enter. Okay. The robot arm will unhold the workpiece in some position based upon our destination position. It will goes to the not home position, certain distance. It will limit the certain distance. Okay. Next, finally the robot will goes to the home position for another operations. Come close. The command. Last command G28. It will give means the robot will goes to the home position origin. Pakta close pannu suthi illa. Initial step and also it goes to the original home position for work will finished. Goes to the home position axis. That's all. Are you understand? Any doubts regarding this 5-axis robot? If you plan to give any axis based upon the values will vary means this object will in this position to pick this position to place this position, it will turn this position based upon this arm will actuated. Likewise, whatever you will change means this object will place. This is the main working principle of 5-axis robot. Okay, this is the only the demo model based upon this miniature. The industrial robot also used based upon higher end software and heavy weight lifting, heavy weight lifting equipment. Likewise, we use only the study purpose, only the miniature robot, how the robot will work based upon the software with the help of this yacht software. Okay, so only the software inserted, the data cable is connected to this robot, and also power card will given to the robot. Okay, these are the simple robot. We can understand the huge amount or huge knowledge about the robotic mechanisms. These are the miniature. Likewise, these are the basic and origin. Based upon this origin only we goes to the programming about the higher end robots. Okay, for in manufacturing assembly we are mechanical engineers, mainly for car industries. car industry, the assembling unit, mainly full assembling unit will run in the pick and place robot only. So only the one car will assemble within 1 or 2 hours, full assembly setup, fraction of seconds, or with particular accuracy, bolt, nut, assemblings. Likewise, only the pick and place robot will play a vital role in this manufacturing industries and assembling industries. Okay, any doubts? Okay, thank you for watching.